we're going to break the program up into a couple of parts, but the first one is to welcome an extraordinary organization to this event. We are joined today by Nurses House. Some of the colleagues of Nurses House are over there. We partnered with Nurses House at the very onset of the pandemic. We were able to together raise millions of dollars, and they gave it away. And you know, for some of us, I know we've talked a little bit in membership assembly already about, you know, the pandemic is waning. I'm not sure I believe that's true, but the pandemic's waning, it's officially over. But in those early days, which sometimes it's so hard to remember what they were like, and sometimes it seems like just yesterday, they were crazy days in the early pandemic, and many of us, not on the front line, wasn't on the front line, but we were working in relative isolation, but working day and night to try to support the nurses who were on the front lines trying to save lives. And when we realized at the foundation that we had a mandate and we had an opportunity to really be a philanthropic resource and to aggregate philanthropy, we knew we had a role to play. But right away we said, but we can't do this work. We really need to partner. And there was Nurses House, who, you know, Deb and I just talked. We never met before, and we just said, like, if we get a lot of money, can you give it out? And they worked day and night to give away millions and millions of dollars to nurses on the front line. They are an organization that has been around since 1924, taking care of nurses in need. They do it today. All of you should go at this lunch or later, go look them up, go Google them. It's a really important mission, and they asked if they could present an award to us today. And I just have to say to you, it has been such an honor to work with them, to watch the quality and the intensity and the love with which they do their work on behalf of nurses, and then really to watch even how they took care of each other during that and expanded their mission to help more nurses, and also worked with us very generously when our survey, the Pulse of the Nation's Nurses survey, showed that nurses of color were really more impacted by the pandemic than other nurses. And we said to them, we want to prioritize that kind of giving in awards. And they said, okay, we're going to help you, and we're going to reorganize a little bit of how we take in data to do that. And they were so flexible. And a shout out to our finance colleagues, Dan Orko, there in the room. Because in those early days, it was like, how can we get you money fast enough? And they were like, you know what, we'll just wire them money whenever you need to wire them money. And that was really critical, is that nurses had money right away. So extraordinary organization. I want to introduce Deb Elliott, who's their CEO. Stephanie Day, who's their Director of Development, such an important role. And Eileen Sussman, who is the President, who's going to come up and say a few words. Come on up. We're ready for you.
Welcome, everybody. As President of Nurses House, it is my great honor to present the 2020 Dolphin Award today to the American Nurses Foundation. Nurses House is the only national fund for RNs in need due to illness or injury. We've been providing aid to nurses in need for almost a century. Our fund helps nurses who are struggling due to serious medical issues with the basic necessity living expenses such as rent or mortgage payments while they are out of work and recovering from a major health-related crisis. Each year, Nurses House presents our Dolphin Award to a group or individual having made sustained contributions to the nursing profession. and who have made a significant impact on the mission of Nurses House and the population to which it's dedicated. The American Nurses Foundation has earned this honor through its years of dedicated service to the nursing profession, and especially through its efforts to help nurses nationwide throughout the COVID-19 pandemic. In April of 2020, the American Nurses Foundation launched the COVID Virus Response Fund for nurses to support the mental health, financial, education, and advocacy needs of nurses during and after the pandemic. There were three main categories that they wanted to support: relief, recovery, and rebuilding. As part of their relief program, ANF partners with Nurses House to establish a coronavirus funds for nurses. ANF provided $2,350,000, and Nurses House raised an additional $400,000 in a matter of months. Together, we provided direct aid to assist with the household expenses to 2,417 RNs in the U.S. who were struggling at the height of the pandemic. We have copies of the COVID Fund report in the hallway if you would like a copy of that report. I wish to thank Kate Judge, Executive Director, whose leadership of the ANF and philanthropic decision-making has made an enormous and meaningful impact on the nurses community. I also wish to thank Kathy Driscoll, President, and the rest of the Board of Trustees for your continued support of our mission of helping nurses in need. Most importantly, I wish to thank the donors in this room who made this COVID support to nurses a possibility. Your donations made a powerful difference in the lives of thousands of RNs affected by the pandemic during what was an immensely difficult time for healthcare workers. On behalf of the Board of Directors of Nurses House and nurses we serve, congratulations on this well-deserved honor. I know you will continue to make a positive impact on the nursing community for many years to come, and can't wait to see what's next. Kay, will you come up and accept the award, please?
Along with my board member, Karen Daly. Yes, we will.